Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 50, the big 5-0. Hell yeah, man. We're halfway to episode number 100. Hopefully I can hit episode 100 by the end of Madden 19. It's going to take a bit, but, you know, we've put out a decent bit of episodes, I think, since I came back from my little hiatus a couple months ago. So, I mean, episode number 50. Not really a crazy episode, to be completely honest. I mean, it's not like a game of the year type game. It's a good game, but like I said, it's definitely no game of the year. But it's definitely solid, man. You know, the guy I was playing, he played pretty damn good for the overall team he had. I mean, he had 92, 91s, I think, in his top three. So coming out, obviously, we were trying to be a little bit more aggressive, you know, considering that, well, this is still house rules, or the, you know, 25 or 25-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. 9 point, 12 point, whatever. So, I mean, we're still trying to be a little bit aggressive, honestly, against no matter who we're playing. By the way, we do only have just a couple more house rule games, and then we're going to get back into regular seasons and regular points. It's right there. TYREEK Hill. God damn, he just beats everybody, and we end up taking it in for 6. Actually, not 6. See, I'm still confused. 13 points we end up getting from that, 12 points for the touchdown, the 50-yard touchdown. And we'll take that, man. You know, we're not really able to hit TYREEK Hill all that much deep. You guys have actually seen it the past couple episodes, but we don't really have multiple plays that we continue to target him on, you know, deep. That's just not the way we play. But, I mean, in these couple games, we end up, you know, chucking it up deep to him a couple times. But anyway, getting on to his offense, he has Joe Flacco. Didn't think I'd have to worry about that motherfucker running, but apparently he does. 13 yards, he ends up getting a decent bit right there. 97 throw power is really the only thing I need to worry about on Joe Flacco. You know, the speed, whatever. If he ends up getting a couple runs, I'm not going to put a spy on. Really don't care. But the 97 throw power is really the only thing on that Joe Flacco card that's any good. His accuracy is pretty mediocre, so I mean, I wasn't really too worried about it. It's Frank Clark, a best D lineman, the only guy that gets sacks. Ends up getting us a sack right there. 3rd and 21, we get another sack. That time it is with Jamal Adams. With, you know what, he doesn't end up getting all that many sacks, but it seems like he gets more sacks than the rest of my D-line, man. Swear to God, it's Frank Clark or somebody in my secondary is getting a sack. Really nobody else. Is right here. Ugh. TYREEK Hill ends up fumbling on the punt return. I just took it with a grain of salt. It was what it was. We're up 13-0 right now. I don't think this dude's going to be able to hit us for a big touchdown, and honestly, we've done a pretty good job of stopping him so far. He's 0 for 4, has not been able to do shit. He got the fumble, and that's really his first completion, or that is his first completion. He ends up getting it to the 29-yard line, a gain of 19 yards. I think that may have been Brandon Cooks. I'm not 100% sure. 1st and 10, ends up firing it to, it looks like, I don't know who, oh, that's C.J. Anderson. And C.J. Anderson got absolutely walloped, man. 2nd and 2, tries to go to the end zone, or close to the end zone anyway. Ends up getting it batted away by Stephon Gilmore. I think that was just another one of those plays, or just one of those plays where you just see the overall difference between the receiver and the corner, because Gilmore went over the top to get that. It seemed like the receiver didn't do shit. But right here, after a couple good runs of C.J. Anderson, he does end up fumbling. It seemed like it was just a matter of time. The guy kept getting big hit and would not fumble. His receivers weirdly fucking hung on to the ball, and C.J. Anderson ends up fumbling after a couple of decent runs. I'm not sure what his stamina is, but I'm assuming that's why he fumbled. But I'm an idiot. And on the very next play, or the first play, I end up rolling back, I don't know, way too far back. And the guy ended up getting me with contains, man. I just don't really expect anybody to run contains, and I threw it away because I was going to get sacked for a safety instead. I just throw it away, and I end up giving him a safety anyway. I'm not too worried about it. I end up sending a lot of pressure in this game, man. I end up just getting really, really aggressive. Is right here. We just forced him to make some throws. I realized that, you know, my defense was just on top of him. Like, it was ridiculous. They could not get off press or anything, as we end up getting a pick with B-Doc. And 1st and 10, we end up finding George Kittle, who is a new addition, you know, a newer addition to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10, we end up finding, or looking, not finding, we end up looking for TYREEK Hill, and we do end up finding him eventually. But 4 for 5, 96 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, we're trying to just, wow, that DN is retarded. But we're trying to just, you know, make up for the fact that we ended up giving him a free 2 points. 3rd and 11, though. This guy had some solid defense, man. Like I said, he did not play bad for the players he had. It's just on offense, when you don't have that one playmaker, it's really hard to get something going. I mean, my offense, really nothing got going until I got Gurley. I mean, my offense is pretty shitty. It's right here. Again, Otto Graham cannot hang on to the ball when I need him to. 4th and 3, we just tried to get the first and get down. Unfortunately, we couldn't. He fumbled, but we do end up getting the pick with Bobby Wagner. I taunt into the end zone. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was just feeling upset. I was a little bit upset that I wasn't playing better. I felt like I could have scored so many more points to start, and just shit was pissing me off. So I taunted into the end zone. Not the nicest thing in the world, but you know what? It is what it is, man. We end up getting a pick 6, and we'll take it. Bobby Wagner into the end zone. 20-2 is the score right now with 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. This guy just continues to stay in the game, and you know what? He actually starts, starts finding some plays, man. You know, we basically just kept blitzing, and he actually ends up running a couple plays that actually beat our blitz. You know, I was kind of just trusting our man coverage to hold up, and a couple plays they really don't, as Brandon Cooks ends up getting it to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, rolling out to the left with Joe Flacco. Should have been picked, really close to being picked by Brian Dawkins, but unfortunately is batted away instead. 2nd and goal, he does end up finding his way into the end zone with C.J. Anderson. He ends up just kind of getting a good animation and, I don't know, kind of just boots everybody out the way. And, you know, he's in, man. So 20-9 at this point, a minute and 20 seconds left. We're just trying to get down the field and get any points we can before half. 6 for 7, 117. You know, we've done really solid so far. Otto Graham, I mean, he is the Otto Cat. He is a beast. He does what he needs to do. Usually if I make a bad read or if he has multiple picks, it's not his fault. It's just me being a dumbass at quarterback. But right here, trying to get this play to work, man. I keep running it over and over and over again, just trying to get it to work, because I can tell it's gonna work if I can actually get it off, and finally I do. But I make the wrong read. If I would have waited a second, I had Doug Baldwin for way more yards, but I end up finding TYREEK Hill. Again, just running the same play because I just kind of trust it, and Doug Baldwin with playmaker is deadly, man. He really is deadly. We end up playmaking him back to the middle of the field. The guy's user had really no idea what to do. He just kind of got lost, and Doug was in no man's land. So 1st and 10, we end up running with Otto Graham. We get down this time because the motherfucker, he fumbles way too much. But 1st and goal, we end up fighting our way to the 1-yard line. 18 seconds left. We take our timeout. We run it once more, and we get denied. All right, some pretty good goal line defense right here. But 3rd and goal, we run a power play. We actually hurried up and ran that. So we ran it down to 5 seconds, and we do get in to make it 27-9. And we do have this game, I mean, pretty much in our hands. I mean, we'd have to do a lot of stuff wrong for us to lose this game. Obviously, this guy's team is not all that great. You guys know that, as I've said it a couple times, and you've seen Joe Flacco and C.J. Anderson as his best offensive players. So going into half, I was just thinking, just play aggressive. You know, I was just trying to get rage quits. Honestly, at this point, I was trying to just make people quit. I was definitely not going to play, like, you know, off and stuff like that. I was just trusting my corners, trusting my safeties and man coverage, and sure enough, it ends up working pretty damn well, man. You know, we just kept sending this nickel blitz. I feel like kind of a douche for doing it, but again, I ended up running off right there. That was, that could have been bad. You know, I feel like kind of a douche for doing it, but you know what? When you have a big advantage on a guy and you want to get out of the game, why not just pull out every fucking stop, you know, known to man? So 4th and 20, this dude does end up going for it because why not? I end up just getting the pick because I figured, you know, if we end up taking a couple plays, we can run some more clock. But 27-9 at this point, you know, the score has not changed, man. We're continuing to be up by multiple scores. This guy's just not really able to get anything going as we go to the fucking end zone with TYREEK Hill, and I don't know how he caught that, but he did. TYREEK Hill, wow, I don't know why this card doesn't do that all the time. It's ridiculous. I mean, you would think that that card, if he can do it this many games in a row, that he'd be able to do it consistently. I swear to God, this card the past couple games has played way better than he has the entire time on my team. I guess house rules and me, like, changing my offense a little bit and going deep has changed the way he's played, but I don't even know how to react to that at this point because I was just chucking it up just to see what would happen. You know, I was trying to see if, you know, we can get a crazy touchdown, get a 12-point play, and we do, but I was definitely not expecting it. I just chucked it up into double coverage, and it is what it is, man. 37-9 at this point. This dude does actually end up finding the I want to rage right now button, and he does quit. 14-yard line, not really much else he could do. I mean, not really much else we could do. We probably would have just ran the ball until we possibly got in the end zone if he stayed in. I mean, there really wasn't much else for the dude to stay in the game for. But that's going to do it for this episode, man. I did hope you guys enjoyed. Episode 50. Hopefully we can get to episode 100. Hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, I'm out. Peace.